We will see. And how'd you feel about Undead?
I thought today, I said 2 episodes ago it was the best episode, but this episode was by far the best episode. I was locked in. I was like, actually, it really caught my attention. Like Shin and his powers, like he's untruth, which is like that's not what I thought his thing was. I thought
Yeah,
it
that
was.
surprised me.
I thought he said it was like something else because like you can't move when he. So I don't know. I don't know. I gotta read more, rewatch that episode about like what exactly he can do. It was saying like he can if he's fond of you, he can make you lose all conscious thought.
I thought his power was that you do the opposite of what you're thinking.
It may be that. I was reading it was like anybody he's fond of, they lose conscious thought or something like that.
Okay.
That's what I was reading the subtitle. I might be wrong on that, but he seems like he has more than just one ability.
He might. I don't really.
I don't know. Do you feel that way? I feel like he has more than just one ability. It seems like he has multiple.
Okay, what is it?
Kind of powers. At least the way he uses it
It's
is very unique.
Yeah, he makes them do the exact opposite of what they're trying to do.
So that's it, just the exact opposite?
Yeah. Any conscious thought that enters the target's mind is negated by Shin.
Yeah, see, target. So that's what I was thinking about.
Oh, wait, but it says a certain condition must be fulfilled by the user.
Yeah, he must be fond of the other person. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
So he has to be fond of you, which could mean anything. When I think of fondness, it means like I like you. Not like you, but like just, I have fondness for you. Like you're pretty cool or you're interesting. And I think he finds that you and May pretty interesting, like his power, his spoil. Like, so I don't know.
Well,
but then he got bodied by Victor.
Yeah.
And he wanted to fight him. He wanted to fight him.
Them.
You said neither one of their powers worked. I don't think. You think that's what it was? They didn't work on him, or it was just.
Well, somehow. Well, I'm saying for some reason neither of them had the effect that they wanted them to have. Like Shin's power didn't stop Victor from breaking all his limbs, and then Unluck's power didn't do anything to him. It didn't cause any unluck.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe because he's just a completely different person and she doesn't know him at all.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she didn't have any like fondness of him. So it didn't really do anything, even though she like walked over and touched him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Does she need fondness for hers to activate? I thought it was just any kind of touch.
It is any kind of touch, but the
level of how much the touch or how it's like not the intimate, just I guess it's intimate. It doesn't have to be intimate, both. But like yeah, like if
like
the emotion behind the touch as well, right?
Yeah, like the intimacy of the touch and how much she likes the person.
Yeah, is gonna affect how big the unluck is.
But yeah, so she just walked over to him and didn't do anything. Maybe because he's just a different part. It's not Andy, so there wasn't really any thing that she liked about him necessarily, and maybe the touch wasn't that intimate. I don't know. I've just never seen her touch someone and it didn't do anything.
Yeah, or it's just loading up. It could just be loading up. Remember, it's a time lag. We don't know. It's random.
That's true. So maybe next.
I think that's how they're gonna beat him. I think her unluck is gonna come in at the last second
to blow everything up. That might be it. I like this power pole that Shin had.
Yeah.
And then extended all the way into space.
I wasn't
expecting that.
Space. And then Andy took his card out, became Victor, and just literally bodied him. He had 3 of them, like 3 full half bodies just fighting. And he can regenerate from any part of whatever he sends out. So like if he cuts a finger off and he shoots it, and he's like, I'm done with this body, he can just regenerate from that finger.
I wonder why Andy doesn't do that.
I don't think he knows how. Because his healing factor is also faster.
Yeah, that's true. He's an interesting character.
His hair turned back to black. So, or it could be that card in his head is like negating his power slightly.
Or is it kind of like a psychology type thing where like if you damage a part of your brain,
You
like the
lose certain
functions,
abilities.
you lose certain functions.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be that.
Maybe he found like a specific part of his brain that it would do that. I don't know. Cause you ever read that story? Did you ever take like psych in like high school?
Yeah,
Like,
I took AP Psych.
I remember reading this one story of this guy who like really back in the olden days, like they were doing like dynamite, like working on a railroad or something, and like something exploded, and
Oh,
it
and his
like
brain got injured, and they're like, "How did he survive this?"
yeah, like something like
Yeah,
went through like his
through his
face.
brain. Yeah,
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 and
yeah.
like it took like it was like it lodged in his brain,
A
took a piece of
decent chunk.
brain,
Yeah,
and then he survived, but like
he was
he was
different.
like a different person
Yeah,
basically. So maybe it's something like that. I find that stuff interesting. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's really much else to say besides he does look like a Super Saiyan 3 and he's cool, but he's definitely a different character in general. I miss Andy.
oh, you miss Andy?
This guy's
I like this
mean.
guy more.
You like him more?
Yeah, he's cooler,
I just want to know what his goals
and he has a
are.
lot of mystery to him.
Yeah, he does have mystery. But like he's just someone who just like completely accepts that he's gonna live forever. So like I don't know what he would do with his time.
Yeah,
Is my thing.
I mean, I think he just fights. He wants to conquer and win. Victor.
Didn't he also say his name is Victor or something? Or
Yeah,
what did
he
he
was
say?
like, it's not Victor, it's Victor. So like Vict for winter, and then Thor, god of thunder. So
Okay.
the god of victory, basically. That's basically what he is. But then he was like, I'm not a god, I'm a human.
Yeah.
In the same breath.
Do you think the other members will beat him? You think he'll kill any of them?
I don't know if he'll kill any of them, but I think he'll trash them. I ain't gonna lie. I think he'll do them pretty greasy.
I think
Pretty bad.
he will too. That's why I don't know how this is gonna go necessarily. I can see the robot dying or something. Like he beat this UMA like in like 1 second.
Oh yeah, he completely just immobilized them instantly, chopped him up. But it was also partly because he was in space and his spoil effect didn't work as well. But he just chopped him up and then took his core out and was like, all right, cut his arm off, dropped it down from the atmosphere, it fell to the ground. Like he's just cool, bruh. He's just way cooler.
I was confused how that even works. Is that like
what in space? Like how did he throw it down
yeah?
like that? I mean, so in space, anything. So there's no force, right? But if you give something a force, since there's no gravity, it'll just keep going in that direction forever because there's no resistance.
Oh, so
So
that's realistic.
yeah, that's realistic. So like if something was in the space and then you just threw it down towards the Earth, it would probably burn up before it even got past the atmosphere though. But it would definitely keep going that direction.
Oh, okay. Let's learn something new every day.
Yeah. So like if you were in space, you ever seen those videos where or in movies where there's like a astronaut and he's stranded in space and then he gets pushed and he can't like stop his movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Just spinning in
you
one
can't
direction.
generate force.
That's
so yeah,
crazy.
so he's just stranded. He's stuck. That's why they use boosters.
Booster. Also, my mom was trying to sign us up for I don't know if it was
Indoor
SpaceX.
skydiving?
I think it was like SpaceX or something.
Oh, SpaceX.
Or Virgin Space or something. I don't know which one it was. But she was just like looking at him, like kind of joking, but not. She was like, "Would y'all do this?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't think I really want to go to space. I don't know." And she was like looking at it. But it's like it was like a lot of money, obviously. Like, we're not doing that. It was just like a joke, but like, would you go to space? For me, it depends how
Yeah, I
long it
would.
is. Like if it was like the Virgin thing, like go up, stay up for like 30 minutes, come back down, I feel like I would do that. But if it's like multiple days, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, that would be. I do want to go to space. It's pretty cool. With SpaceX, I think it. So you'll be staying. You said you'll be in the space for multiple days.
Yeah.
And is it like a resort? Like what? Like you're just in a.
I think it's just in a ship. I don't know if it's a resort.
Okay.
If it's a resort, that's different. I feel like I
I
could
don't know
probably do
if I
that.
said resort. I don't know how futuristic I'm thinking we
Space
are.
resort.
Like, but like, there would be stuff in the ship. I'm assuming, like in the spaceship.
Like what?
Like you think
No,
it's just like there's gonna have to
like
definitely be
books?
stuff in the books. They could put like not even
PS5.
mention it. It probably would be pretty boring to be just sitting up there. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm
I mean, you can
saying.
put a
Like,
game up there. There's electricity. You can play single player games. You can float around. You still work out and stuff. Because when they go into space, they have to like use ellipticals and stuff like that to keep their muscles up. Because when you go into space, your muscles get weaker depending on how long you stay there. If you're only there for a couple of days, it probably won't be like a huge difference. But when they go into space, they have to like do weight training and stuff because their body will forget the gravity. And when they get back, they have like joint pains and stuff if they don't.
I just feel like it would be boring for me to a certain extent if I'm there for multiple days.
Yeah, multiple
like,
days is kind of crazy. If you're there for like a couple hours, like that's pretty cool, and then you come back to Earth.
yeah,
that seems
that's what I'm
pretty. That
saying.
seems pretty
Like
cool.
that would be awesome. But like, I can't just stare. There's only so long I can just stare at the face of the Earth and the moon.
Yeah.
Like I would get bored up there at a certain point. But if you come down in 30 minutes, that would be the experience of a lifetime. That would be cool.
30 minutes.
I don't know.
Not even an hour. Just 30 minutes.
30, however long.
Like,
It's only so long
right.
I can look at something. Like I can only look at the Earth for so long before I'm like, all right, like get me out of here.
Yeah. Just for the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I could.
I really just want to experience zero gravity. That's really what that's what I would experience. What does that feel like? Aside from that, I don't really, I guess it would be pretty cool to look at the Earth from space. That would be a nice visual. That'd be pretty dope. But yeah, I think
it'd be a good experience. Well, I think that's all I got for Undead today. Kenshin